Hello, hello, Capricorns. Happy holidays. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I look goofy and silly because I'm lifting up my vibrations, my energies. This is one way that you can do it. You can laugh at yourself. You can do all kinds of fun and silly things. But the whole idea is to bring a smile to your face, lift your vibration, as well as lift mine. So let's get started, Capricorns. For those of you that are brand new, I'm not this crazy all the time, although the viewers might think differently. But I am an empath, and I am an intuitive empath with lots of other abilities. But I do intuitive tarot because it's a little bit different. My source is the divine, or who anybody he sends through. And then I do intuitive coaching. Intuitive coaching is sort of like divine counseling, but oh wow, we got them both first out. But it is also for your heart and your spirit. So, and help you guide your way on a spiritual level, not more so on an earthly level. Once you get on your spiritual plane, you can actually enjoy life a lot better. Well, I'm not saying that you're not enjoying your life now, but anyway, so there's what that is. So I'm doing the reading from the 21st to the 27th. Now, the idea is, okay, it's on the 17th today that I'm going to be recording this. If you watch this before the 18th, I am doing a video, a live video on the 18th at 1 o'clock on the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Major conjunction. Not only that is the big conjunction, but of all the conjunctions that have happened up till now, we are looking at a shift in time, a shifting in ages. We are making history as we speak. So it'd be really fun to see you there. But that's going to be live at 1 o'clock on the 18th. If you can't make it, it's going to be recorded, and I just suggest you go and watch it, because if you know what I know right at this moment, it's going to help you in your future, because this is not just changes for a few months. This is changes for years and decades to come. So this is just something that you want to sort of prepare yourself, be proactive than reactive. There's a lot going on I can't share right now, but so this reading is for the 21st, which the conjunction will be happening when this reading is supposed to be happening. So for that week. So it would be really helpful if you watch that as well as go through your reading. Oh, anyway, and go through your reading for the 21st through the 27th. All right. And then you'll see little blurbs up on top for the new videos that I've done. They're meant for somebody out there. Divine asked me to do them. I did them last week. So you'll probably want to share that if you know somebody who needs that kind of tools and tips. So one's on are they coming back? And then the other one is about destiny versus purpose. A lot of people do not understand what the difference is, but they also don't even know what their destiny or purpose is. So hopefully this will help out. Okay, let's get started, because that's what you're here for. So our first oracle out, for those of you that are new, that's for the energy right now, this week, the 21st through the 22nd. The second oracle is for moving forward, what you're going to sort of probably see the last week of December. So we have a current energy and sort of a forward moving energy. I don't like to say future, because then that becomes a psychic kind of thing. And I'm intuitive and I do have information, but it's not psychic because it's not your journey, and maybe it's not for you. I don't know who it resonates with. So it's for somebody, but not for everybody, right? So we have the first oracle out, and that is solitude. Now that's the number 4 in numerology. And the reason why this is going along with what the energies of this conjunction is going to happen. So the conjunction is actually going to be a good thing for you. It's more about internal and personal growth and progress and what you're doing. You have to do that alone with the divine, you and alone in nature, in whatever you have to take. There's going to be a lot of distractions, let me tell you, because everything is changing. And I'm not going to go into that right now, but everything is really changing. And there's going to be so many distractions that you're going to I can't hear, I can't think, I can't do. And so that's why you need to step into solitude the 21st through the 27th. I know it's going to be hard because the holidays are coming, but find at least 5 or 10 minutes, even if you have to go sit in your car to get the quiet. No, don't play music. Sit in the quiet for a minute with the divine and hear and listen and breathe. That's going to be really key to you going bringing your levels up and bringing your vibrations and energies up. That's going to be really key. So we'll see what else we got going for this week here in just a second. But remember, that's number 4. And the reason why that's really important with that is you're improving to become more stable in an unstable world. The world is secular, the world is materialistic, and you're trying to grow yourself to become stable internally and happy and joyful in a world that's not, and it's not going to be for quite a while. Even into 21, 22, 23, hate to burst your bubble, but we've got repercussions coming. So, and that's not a prediction. This is just fact of if you're looking at all the evidence of what's been going on with the pandemic, and just watch on the 18th. All right. So, so we have the number 9. We have the number 3. I had to think a minute. So we have for the forwarding energies, for you guys, is protecting treasure, and the number 3. So the number 3 is about acknowledgement. So it's like, well, okay, what am I acknowledging? You're acknowledging that you have to protect what the treasure is. What is that treasure to you? A lot of people sort of like, well, you know, my car. I just got a brand new car. That's my treasure. No, your treasure is your heart, your spirit, your soul. And that's something that you need to protect. That's what everything in this universe or that you cannot see wants. Whether you believe in, you know, God and the devil, that's what everything wants. The universe, the energies, they want the high frequencies. Universe is about high frequencies, low frequencies. It wants that high frequency. It wants what your heart brings when you're really, really happy. So those kind of things. So this is the protection of that. Why acknowledge that? Because you're working on yourself for 21, 22 is what you're doing. You're working on yourself. You're getting yourself prepared. You're being proactive rather than reactive. And that's what we need to be, is be proactive. Don't want to be reactive in the future. You're gonna probably catch yourself with your pants down and basically you're gonna be screwed. I hate to say that. I shouldn't say that. But that's sort of how it is when you're reactive, right? When you're reactive, it's like, oh man, I should have prepared for that. Oh man, I shouldn't have procrastinated. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. Well, you know what? You did. So now you've got the repercussions of what you chose to do. So these are things that you're going to really want to be protective of about. Yes. You know, she has come up for the first card or the second card. I'm going to turn this a little bit to give me a little bit more room. She's come up the first or second card almost every other reading this week. So we have the Queen of Cups. And the reason why is it goes along with the solitude and the protecting the treasure. The reason why is she's all about her intuition. Now, remember, well, you probably wouldn't know yet unless I mentioned it before, that the year of 2021, the card for that year is the Hierophant. It's the Hierophant. You're going to see a lot more people in 2021 wanting to learn more about spirituality, how to get connected with spirit, how to learn more and have faith and that kind of a thing. And that's where your intuition begins. That's where, when you have that fight or flight response, that's protecting your heart. It's not protecting you physically. It's like, okay, it is, but in that sense, it's like, okay, but when we have to make a choice of right or wrong, or maybe you're inside saying, you know, especially women in dating, you know, I'm single, so, you know, I look at it this way, but I also teach and coach about that kind of stuff in dating. It's like when you meet somebody and you're like, oh, wow, he's really nice. And then he says a few things or she says a few things and you're like, And then you get this little intuition thing, but you ignore it and you keep dating them. And then you find out you've wasted your time because really you should have listened to that intuition in the very first date. That's what I'm talking about, because you're wasting time. Time is precious. Nothing more precious in this world, and you can tell me, no, that's wrong, is time. You cannot get back even the second that I just had ever again. Time is the most precious commodity that we have on this earth, because we're losing it second by second. So you can't get it back. That's why when I teach people with Get Balanced 2020, making memories is the most important thing you can do, not only with your friends, your family, or whatever. Make memories, because that's not only time, but that is something you can never take away from somebody, in making joyful memories, taking great vacations, or spending time, coffee and laughing and joking and all that kind of stuff. Really, really important. Really important. But for this next week, you guys, we got to really pay attention to your intuition. Now, many of you are probably going to go visit family or friends or try to get together, not only this week, but the next week for the New Year's. Maybe there's some new love coming in. Again, listen to your intuition. The human race is interesting. We actually have mating seasons, and a lot of it is around the holidays because of the way that people don't want to be alone. Again, because nobody wants to be in solitude during the holidays. However, sometimes solitude is a very good thing, because it makes you not only think about yourself, but makes you realize how grateful you should be for all the things that you have. Anyway, let's go. Okay. So this is an interesting, okay. So we have the 9 of Pentacles as the second card. Now she's all about earth money. She's all about accomplishment. She's all about, she's made it. She's done it. It's a very high intensity. It's very, very, very strong energy that she has done it. But this person doesn't listen to her intuition too much. She's very earthly, so she doesn't listen to her intuition. She does value money. She does, I say she because it's a feminine energy, values that, but she, doesn't, she's not a very spiritual being. Not a very spiritual being. And that's interesting that Pentacles have been showing up a lot lately. Okay, I'll take these, but please don't give me more than 3 cards. I would appreciate it. So I got to take them the way that they fell. So we have the King of Pentacles next. Let's see how this is going to play out here. We have the 7 of Cups. Ooh. We have the Queen of Pentacles. A lot about money here. Who's too earthly? Who's really thinking on an earthly basis here? Then we have the Knight of Swords. Sorry, I just had a download. And then we have the 6 of Cups. So Cups and Pentacles are really big here. So there is going to be an offering coming up somewhere in the middle of the week. Of course, that's, around the holiday time. So that's sort of to be expected. However, you're going to be distracted. There's going to be something that you really want, but there is going to be some distractions. And it's like, oh man, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? One of those energies, you got to really be mindful, because somebody is thinking too earthly, because so the Cups are about your heart. It's about your mindset. It's about what you want and desire from your heart's perspective, what you have a passion about, what you really like. But look who's on the other sides of those. You have some powerful energies on both sides of that. And that is the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever and then you've got the 9 next to him. Now this could be wonderful things for somebody that maybe they're coming into finally. Maybe they've worked hard and finally coming into, rather than struggling and making it like a business owner. For me, for many years you struggle and you struggle and struggle until you realize that now, oh, hey, now I'm making some money. I'm not in the red. But red means in business that you're in the hole, that you're losing money. So, sometimes this is good. So for somebody, maybe now they've released all their debt, and now they're able to have some freedom to do what they want with their money. For somebody else, though, there is a decision to be made from your heart, and you are going to be pulled like a push me, pull me. What is it? Dr. Dolittle had that push me, pull me llama, where they were connected and one was going one way, one was going the other way. And that's the way you're going to feel to make this decision of what you want. And you got to be really, put your blinkers on, put your racing horse blinkers on, and really focus in on what you want. Because those distractions, That's the negative energy trying to pull you. And if you believe in negative energy or low vibrations, trying to pull you away from what your journey is really wanting, your passion, what you really, really want for yourself. That doesn't want you to have this. So, and that doesn't want you to have the luxury of what your thing can be. So you really are going to have to listen to your intuition on that. This week is all about your intuition, and the way that you hear it is just sit quiet somewhere for a few minutes. I had somebody email me, a very nice girl from New York, and asked me, how do I get closer to my intuition? All you have to do is listen to it. Don't deny it. Don't poo-poo it. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do this instead. It is actually about listening and being active towards your intuition. It's like active listening, is that you are actually interacting with it. So the more you interact with your intuition, the more that you can grow it. So somebody needs to really pay attention to that intuition. And if it's something that you shouldn't say, for example, I had to do this one year with my family. I said, I'm not doing the fakey holiday no more. Not doing it. Not going down there and acting like everything's fine and cool. This was when I was about 37, 38. And I said, I'm not going to do it no more. I don't like the family. They're fakey. This is my brother, but they're fakey. They don't really care. So why should I play that game anymore? And my mom was really disappointed because she'd have to go by herself. But I said, no more fakey. I'm not going to do it. And I didn't go. But that's the energy. Somebody is doing that this week. They're going to go. They're going to play the game. They're going to do that. But in all reality, if you stand up for what you believe in, and what you really want to do, then somebody's going to have your back. Somebody is going to have your back. So, and this person who has your back, or this person who believes in you, is somebody that knows you deep inside, this person is actually going to be there for you. So if you choose not to go to a family event or you got to remember, this is your journey. This is your life, what you want to do. I won't go into it, but when I teach coaching for Get Balance 2020, if somebody comes to me and they're trying to do things anyway, whichever way they're trying to come for me, with nutrition or mind or body or whatever, the thing is, when you have to say, yeah, I should go. Okay, that is very different than saying, yeah, I want to go. When you say that I should do something, or I should blah, 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 that is saying that you are feeling obligated to do that. So when you do things this next week, listen to your intuition and ask yourself that question, saying, you know what? Yeah, the family event's coming up. Do I want to go? Then what is your response to that? Yeah, I want to go. I should go. Or what about your journey that is coming up? What is it about your journey that you should be doing or you want to be doing? You have to find out what you should be doing, what you want to be doing, and eliminate the shoulds, because it's an obligation. You're not obligated to anybody other than the divine who created you. You're not obligated to anybody else. Now, it's a choice if you want to do things for somebody or buy something or whatever it is. But you are in control of your own journey. You and you alone. All right? I don't know who that's for. I don't know why that was said. So the divine tells me what to say, or whoever comes through tells me what to say, and that's why I say it. And also, too, when you do these things, when you say the should and I want, you're then going back to your solitude corner, and you're now getting deeper in thought of what you really want for your journey. And you're also, too, not knowing it, protecting your heart, because you're not allowing fakeness. You're not allowing lies and deceit. You're not allowing something that your journey is not even meant for. It's like being in a relationship. I tell people when I coach Get Balance 2020, if you're in a new relationship, get rid of the ex. The ex is the past. The only time an ex should be involved in your future is when you have a child, you hand off the child, you take care of the needs of the child, and that should be gone. You made a choice, or they made a choice. Because you bring that energy forward, it doesn't help the new relationship. And it's not protecting your heart. It's actually hurting your heart. It's not taking care of business because you're hanging on to the past. Oh yeah, I should get rid of him. Oh, I should not go. I should not see him. You're not obligated to anybody. You know, do you want to? And if you want to, that better be a discussion with your partner, because in my coaching, X's go. X's go for your forward movement. X's go. Oh, but we're friends. You slept with them. You lived with them. Yeah, no. There's a soul tie there. There's a cord emotionally there. It's called an eccentric cord. It's an emotional tie. Get rid of it. Allow that new relationship to bond that cord, bond that soul tie. All right. So here we go with, I'm going to start clarifying here for the first part of the week from the 21st to the 27th. So we are looking for truth. Again, truth. To ask yourself, do I want to? You know, this is about truth for you. For you. Now, this could be somebody coming towards you needing this information. Be their mini coach, you know, just share the information. Don't tell them what to do. You can't tell anybody what to do anyway. So you just share the information. But this is about truth. Again, somebody's carrying the past with them, and that truth is that's a biased truth. That's not an unbiased truth. When you look at self-examination, you have to look at both sides of the sword. Okay, over here, you have to look at both sides, because the both sides can tell the truth. You know, because a double-edged sword's meant to cut both ways, or it can actually be truthful in both ways. Now, this truth, whoever knows you super, super, super well, you need to go to them and ask them questions about yourself. And because a lot of times we don't see ourselves how other people see it. I ask people all the time, hey, you know, do you think I'm a little stubborn? If I hear it 2 or 3 times, I'm stubborn. And I am. So I have to learn to work on that. Every single person on this earth is working on themselves in some way or another. If they're not, then they're never going to change or grow to a higher vibration, to whatever they want. It's just going to be destructive. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. I can't make this up, people. We got double Queen of Cups. Really got to listen to your intuition. So this is these are clarifying cards. Really is really, really important to listen to your intuition. This is also for the energy moving into next week. So, you know, a lot of people are invited to, we really can't because of the COVID, but parties and things like that. But some people are just blowing it off. Really listen to your intuition. If somebody's saying, hey, we're having a big party, but you're a little bit uncomfortable and still nervous about the COVID, listen to your intuition. Don't go. Things like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're going to get asked to do something, whatever it is. I don't know what it is on your journey or where you're at, but you know what? You got to listen to your intuition. Because your intuition is truth. Now, remember, if you're working on spirit, if you're working on divine power, not earth power, if you're working and making your choices and decisions via divine or earth, there are very huge, huge outcome differences, very huge outcome. And that's what that's what I teach. But the thing is that you really have to know the truth of yourself. You got to keep asking those questions. You got to keep learning. You got to keep growing. With 3 of Pentacles, it's all about learning and growing and progress. Now, this could be somebody, though, that's going to be teaching somebody else. The 3 of Pentacles is about like more of like a nurturing or an internship or that kind of a thing, is growing somebody, mentoring somebody, that kind of thing. That could be you doing that to somebody, or somebody could be doing that to you. That most likely, this is going to probably come towards the end of the year. Maybe somebody's going to approach you and say, hey, you know, I look up to you. I really like your advice. And when they do ask for your advice, you have to sort of give them questions rather than tell them what to do. Just say, what do you think about this? Or how have you thought about that? Or that kind of a thing. So this is going to be for somebody in particular. I don't know who that is, but there is somebody that is in the process of growing into a coach or a mentor or a teacher or something of that nature. That is for somebody's energy there. I don't know who that's for. It's not for everybody, but it's for there. And you have to really be mindful of that, because you're going to be making somebody's life grow. These teachers, you know, they're growing up. That's why it's really important to know the teachers that we have, not only for us, you know, our mentors, but for our children, because, you know, you're trusting somebody to educate. I've studied Black studies for many years, and boy, is our history all effed up. I won't say the word. I almost did. But it is. It's really effed up. Our history, we've been lied to so much. It's like we got to really pay attention to who's teaching us what we're teaching, and have an open mind to we have to be our own teachers to say, okay, I'm not quite sure about this. I'm going to research more. I'm going to research in deep and find the places to research, not our government's research. You've got to step outside the box and research all kinds of things, not within the United States government. And you'll find that there's so much information out there that we've just been lied to. But I also studied Black studies, African studies, culture and tradition, Japanese studies. I lived there for many years. It's just interesting at how much we've been lied to. So we have the King of Pentacles again. Somebody is really going to be bombarded. Now, thank you. So they're saying that somebody is actually going to be coming into some really good, not money, but they're actually going to be seeing the rewards of their hard efforts. The harvest is coming. Everything that you've been doing, hang in there, be perseverant, keep going, be resilient to what's going on around you. Don't listen to it, because the harvest is coming. So that's a clarification for somebody. For somebody else, somebody's really going to be pummeled with a decision. And it's like you're going to be so forced from earth. So they're really going to say, well, look at this money, look at this, look at how much you can make. Ooh, thank you. Somebody is going to be somebody is actually going to be, what do you call it? Not the, what do you call it? Market, what do you call it? Pyramids. Somebody's going to say, but look at how much money. Be really careful. Just be really careful. I can't go into it, but be really, really careful. Do your research. Do your research, because this card is coming up. So if you're coming into some kind of offering, again, this is around this card here. If you're coming into this kind of offering of anything that is going to grow your money, make you money, that you're going to have to invest money, do your due diligence, really do the research, get the reviews, go to Google, get all that kind of stuff. Somebody's really going to be pummeled with that. And that's really going to be hard, because it's like you're working hard and you're struggling, and you really want to see that rainbow the golden rainbow. But the thing is that there's no shortcuts. I'm a business owner, been one for 20 years. There's no shortcuts. You got to just do the work. You got to do the work. All right. All right. Let's get some clarification for the protecting the treasures for the end of the week and into the next week, please. I'd like to get some clarification on those. You guys have a lot of work to do. This week is going to be really, really good. Some people are going to have a really good week, but I can't emphasize it enough not to really pay attention to your intuition. That's where spirit lies. Trying to guide you. He's the GPS, or she, or whoever you call it, the universe, whatever. That's your GPS, and you're throwing it off every time, and you're slowing your progress down every time you ignore it. And you know what? The more you ignore it, the more you can't hear it. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got going here. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, okay, and the 5 of Cups. Again, we've got another fight. The nine of wands in between pentacles and cups. We are fighting with money and spirit, money and earth decision versus a spiritual decision. You're losing sleep over it, or somebody's going to be losing sleep over it. This is something that it's an internal battle with to choose. I will tell you from experience and through many years of being a spiritual person, every time I take an earthly decision and take that over a spiritual decision, I always have to come back and learn my lesson over again until I do my spiritual decision, which means, go with what your journey is, go with what your heart is saying, going with what that is saying. Listen to the divine, because that is where it's going to bring you a lot more rewards than what earth can ever bring you. A lot. And that's why my daughter's like, Mom, have you been working on your second book? I'm working on another book, and I don't know how to break it down because there's so much. I probably will do 2 or 3 books after that, just because there is so much. But that definitely is really how this week is going to go, because we started out with intuition. All right. So anything to summarize it, I would say really go with your intuition. This is the number one energy, to be balanced, to get balanced. And I'm not promoting my coaching business. Is you've got to get into solitude and really get to the roots of what is really why you're making the decisions where you're making the decisions. And the last thing is to really protect your heart. Again, for women who are single, with coaching and dating and all that kind of stuff, because they do coaching for dating for women of all ages, you really have to protect your heart, because the games that are being played, I just cringe at how many people are being hurt over and over, even in their 50s, just because they don't understand the man's game. Give me a call for a coaching session. I'll help you out. Because it's you either have a mature man or you have a grown boy. You have a mature woman or you have a grown girl. And there's a big difference in how you're treated either way, as a woman or a man. And I help both men and women. So anyway, this is your reading, Capricorn. Huge reading, a lot. You do lastly, though, you do have somebody in your corner. This person is there. Lean on them. This person is really on your side. This person knows you. Ask him questions. Ask him, be honest with me. Don't be afraid to do that. Do you think I should, or do you not? This person can understand you from your body, but the only person that can stand you spiritually and what you should do and ask is, the diviner. Divine's everywhere. Everybody pokes up front, up there. It's like, okay. So just do that. All right. And don't forget the 18th on 1 o'clock, I'm doing the live. Really, if you can, even if you can't make it to the live, watch the conjunction recorded. This is going to help you move forward through 21, 22, 23. This is going to be for decades. So this big conjunction, a lot of people do not realize that, but the astrologers and astronomers all agree. So, and I agree just because I know it's been coming. The divine has given me a lot of foresight to what's coming, and it's be proactive. Get your homework done. All right. And we will see you, if not on the 18th, we'll see you on the 28th for the next reading for the new year. Oh, wow. Can't believe we're there. Can't believe we're there. Although, you know what? Energies don't care about New Year's. It's just continual. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to do resolutions. Don't do that to yourself. And then they're like, oh, yeah, the new year, it's all going to change. You listen to the 18th. I will talk to you then. And you guys, please have a safe holiday. Be good to yourselves. Lift yourselves up. Be happy. Be joyful. Be grateful for what you have, and also for what you don't have. And I'm so happy to have you guys as my viewers. I love you guys, Capricorns. Take care.